What's up everyone, Howler here, coach of your Delta Gligars. Today I'm bringing you the semi-finals of BBL Season 6. We are playing against 6-foot Hacks, aka Leo, and his Durham Druddigons. You can see his team on the right side of the screen. It is in fact the exact same team that we faced off all the way back in week 2 of this season. He made a couple of transactions right before we played in week 2, and then he kept the same roster for the duration of the season after that. So I know quite a bit about what to expect from this team, because even though my team is different now, of course I have Genesect, Raikou, Miltank, Charjabug, when before I had Chansey, Copperajah, and Azelf, and Vikavolt, yes. And I actually did bring Copperajah to that game, and now I have Genesect as my Steel type, and I'm going to be bringing Genesect instead. So, because his team is still very similar, we did bring a couple of similar sets, but we do have 3 new members to the team, different members to the team than we had when we faced off against him week 2. So, starting with this Calyrex, it is the exact same Calyrex as we brought week 2. I didn't change a single thing. No reason to. Trick Room is very good against Leo's team because he does not have anything that underspeeds Calyrex naturally. So I can very easily, if I get a Trick Room up, I'm going to be in really good shape to do lots of damage to his team. This is like the end game sweeper potential, hopefully. Although, I think Leo did a pretty good job overall of prepping for Calyrex last time. He had sub Yveltal, which is good at stalling out turns of Trick Room. He had sub Jirachi as well. He also had Fake Out on Zeraora, which he can also pack Taunt on that. So, I don't know exactly if this is... I don't know if I'm going to be able to put as much work in with Calyrex as I did the first time we faced Leo. We were able to clean up with the Calyrex, but that's because we played pretty well with the rest of our team. Yeah, it's not nearly as free of a Calyrex matchup as our quarterfinal game was. So, the Colbur Berry is there for Sucker Punch on Yveltal, which he did have last time. Even after we take rocks, we can still take a Dark Pulse with our Colbur Berry from Yveltal. And yeah, we don't have, once again, we are not bringing a removal. We didn't have removal on the team the first time, and we are not bringing it again either. So we are fully prepared for Calyrex to take rocks damage, and that's why I don't want to be sending it in multiple times. If I send it in, it's because I want to get up a Trick Room and I want to sweep, basically. I don't want to be switching it in like mid-game. I want to drop it in the end game and let it do its thing. Although, if he doesn't get rocks up for whatever reason, then if the opportunity presents itself to drop Calyrex in and click a button, then I'm going to do it. So, yeah, Glacial Lance, High Horsepower for Jirachi, Seed Bomb for Blastoise, those are his 2 resists, and then Magmortar as well, which he didn't bring the last time, but High Horsepower is there for that. Might have to... If we're at +1, I honestly should click Glacial Lance against it because he could have Flame Body on his Magmortar. So I wouldn't want to make contact with High Horsepower and then have my Calyrex get burned. So I'll have to be aware of that. And Glacial Lance should be more than enough to knock out Magmortar, especially after I get a +1 boost. Well, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see it. If I have my terrain up, then I'm good, but we'll have to see. This is also the exact same Tapu Fini that we brought against Leo the first time. It's Kebia Berry to take a hit from Nidoking. My team absolutely does not switch into Nidoking. I don't want to be making... Nidoking hits the field, I'm not switching anything into it, period. I don't switch into that mon at all. I have to have ways of hitting it on with everything on my team. So, we got Moonblast. Hydro Pump because we want to be able to get an OHKO on the Nidoking. Last time he brought Pasho Berry, switched into a Nature's Madness, and wasn't able to survive a Hydro Pump on the following turn, so that was really, really good. We will risk hitting those inaccurate moves. You gotta risk it for the biscuit. This is playoffs. And Nature's Madness Taunt is just really good for wearing down stuff like Clefable, preventing it from setting up or getting rocks up, preventing the Jirachi from wish passing, stuff like that. So, Runerigus, we also brought the first time against Leo. However, it's the same move. No, it's not the same move set. It's the same EV spread and item. However, we do have a couple of different moves this time. We brought Destiny Bond the first time for Yveltal. So now that he has that in his mind as something I could bring, I don't think he's gonna fall for it this time. So instead, I'm bringing Curse, which is kind of a wild tech for a semifinals match, but I'm gonna go with it, and hopefully it works out for me. But we do click Curse against Yveltal after we get our Trick Room up, and it's going to be taking it's going to be losing 25% of his HP every turn that it stays on the field. So I think that's a good option. At first I was like, let's run Body Press to make sure I can always break a max HP Yveltal sub, but it's a roll in his favor to not have his sub broken by that, which is crazy. Then I could have ran a Rock move to potentially break the sub, but in the end, I decided I'll run Curse. If I were to miss a Rock move with Runerigus, that would be catastrophic. I think Curse can still work because we get lots of chip damage, residual damage on that Yveltal. And if we set up a Trick Room, the sooner our Runerigus goes down, the earlier we can get Calyrex in under Trick Room to click buttons. So I think this can work out. I think this is a decent bring. I don't think it's a total meme, but yeah, like, I'm not bringing total memes in a semifinal game. Come on. There has to be a use for it for me to bring it. So, and then we also have Stealth Rocks. I guess actually Stealth Rock, I guess Curse is the only change from the last Runerigus set, because I was thinking about running Will-O-Wisp as well, but decided to keep Rocks on there. So if I switch this in on Zeraora, this is the main reason why it's here, to switch into that thing. So I get up a Trick Room right away, as Yveltal is the freest switch in the world for him. I curse Yveltal immediately, and if he doesn't knock me out, if he clicks some other move that doesn't kill me, then I can get up Rocks. That's basically what it's there for. Yeah, I was debating not keeping Rocks just because I didn't set them up in the last game. His Yveltal was Boots. I'm pretty sure his Zeraora was also Boots. So they may not be the most useful thing out there, especially like if he brings Magic Guard Clef as well. They're not chipping that thing down, but may as well set them up if we can get them up. Alright, on to the new members of the team now. This is our Raikou. Raikou is our dedicated lead. We are not really forced out by anything right off the bat. Not even Nidoking. I think there's a strong chance he brings a sashed Nidoking lead. And that way he can just, like, if I led anything other than this Raikou set, he would basically get a guaranteed kill against my team. So that's why I'm leading with this Raikou here. The secondary point of this Raikou is to try to get status on the Jirachi. We have Discharge as our electric type move because we don't, like, we can sacrifice the power because we're not, like, we're not OHKOing, we're not even coming close to OHKOing Yveltal. Yveltal is so bulky. So we should still be able to 2-hit KO Yveltal with Discharge, and we even have a Parachance on there as well, which could be clutch. And we have a 30% Parachance on the Jirachi, but if Nidoking is still around, I'm always going to click Scald against Jirachi and try to get a burn against it, because that supports my Nihilego very well. So yeah, just dual status, I guess you could say, with Raikou, and then Volt Switch for momentum if I want to Volt Switch out against Yveltal, for example, and switch in my Finny. And then we also have Roar, because we can roar out a Jirachi going for setup, we can roar out a Latias going for setup, a Clefable going for setup. He has brought a lot of setup throughout the season. I remember watching one of his matches where he brought Calm Mind Latias, which won him the game against Liv. He brought Calm Mind Clefable in that match as well. And I think he probably had, might have had some other setup on, like Bulk Up Zeraora or something, something along those lines. So we can prevent any setup on his team with Roar Raikou, which is really good. We're also Inner Focus. I always run Inner Focus as opposed to Pressure whenever I face against Jirachi or Togekiss, because, yeah, I don't want them flinching me to death if at all possible. Nihilego. This is why I want the Jirachi status. Jirachi hard walls Nihilego, except if it's paralyzed or burned, and I can hit it with a Hex. So yeah, we just have coverage for his team. Dual Stabs. Power Gem. Need Chip on Yveltal to KO. This doesn't even KO non-invested Yveltal, like even no, like with no HP or SPDF investment, Power Gem has like a very, very small chance to kill. So yeah, and then if he has knockoff, he would just blow me away. So I need Chip on that thing for Nihilego to put in work. But I think this can be an effective wall breaker for us in this game. It's a good pivot into stuff like Clefable. I don't want to be too reckless pivoting in a Genesect against this Clefable when it's very likely he's going to be Babiri Mystical Fire, just like Liv's Sylveon was against us. So this can at least pivot in against Clef. Like if we take the special attack drop, that's not ideal, but I'd rather take no damage from that attack than switch in my Genesect to it, which is 4 times weak. So yeah. Psychic there for Nidoking. Need a tiny bit of chip on that, like the slightest bit of chip on Nidoking to be able to KO that thing. Like it's very important that we have super effective attacks on our team for his Nidoking, because I don't want to be forced out by that thing ever. I don't want to just be put in a position where I have to lose him on against Nidoking. And last but not least is Choice Banded Genesect. The EV spread is a bit wonky, so I had to run investment to make sure that Jolly, Max Attack, Fire Punch from Jirachi would not KO us. He has to get an absolute max roll to KO this Genesect from full HP. And then if we get Attack Boost from Download, oh my goodness, this thing is doing damage to his team. So hits so freaking hard, even without maximum attack investment. I needed that bulk, and then I put speed on here to make sure I guaranteed I outsped max speed modest Nidoking, even though I really don't think that's the set he's going to bring, and I really would much rather have more attack investment. I had to do it. I just had to do it to be safe in case he brought that thing in and outsped me. So yeah, that's the team. I'm pretty nervous for this game, but I hope I can get the job done and move on to the finals. So we'll see you right back for the battle. All right, here goes nothing, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the battle against Leo, and last time I felt like I was going to be hit by a truck. This time I feel like I'm about to swallow my heart. It's like, and I bet you in a few seconds it's gonna start beating real fast. Okay, I'll just try to do the best I can, and whatever happens, happens. Here we go. Let's write down Leo's team. We'll see how different it is from the first time we played. Oh, deep breaths. Deep breaths. I'm feeling a lot better than I did during last week's match, but it's still pretty nerve-wracking. Alright, so he brings Kangaskhan instead of Blastoise, and everything else is the same. Didn't really prep for Kangaskhan, which is too bad that I don't know what that thing's going to want to do. Last time I faced Kangaskhan, I got my ass kicked. So that's not a good omen. We do have our dedicated lead though, being our Raikou. Am I safe to pivot in Genesect on the Kangaskhan? That's probably my best play. If he has a fire move, then so be it. Good for him. Well, I also have Runerigus for Kangaskhan, but I need to make sure that I save it for Zeraora. Like if I allow him to pass a Wish into Yveltal, that could be really bad. So We got a lot of berries on our team. That tends to happen in draft league battles. Okay. Good luck, have fun to Leo. Let's make it a good game. We both got the same background. We both wanted this match to be in the Winden Stadium for the playoff atmosphere. Here we go. Booker T. Yes! Needle King lead. This is exactly why that was a very loud clap. I'm so sorry. This is exactly why I wanted to lead my Raikou. So, yes, he could be Pasho Berry, which he was last time. But I could also... No, he's not Pasho Berry this time. Good. So we're going to 2-hit KO this. Yup. Just barely enough to 2-hit KO. And he sets his rocks. Okay, so he doesn't go for the damage against us. Okay, so... Once again, I was not expecting him to have rocks the first time. Do I call his switch? I want to call his switch. I want a Volt Switch. What does he switch in? Kang or Clef? I'm calling a switch. Volt Switch. No, he Sucker Punches. Okay. That's not good. Okay. I'll just Scald this time then. If this is a suicide lead, this could have been Sash like I was thinking he might bring. So if he's more willing to let this go down, then that's fine. That's his prerogative. Although he might get me this time and switch out. Nope, he just Sucker Punches again. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I take a little bit more damage than I would have liked, but getting Nido King out of the way early on is fantastic. We will take that. So he doesn't have anything to the only thing he can outspeed me with is Zeraora. And I could... No, I want to keep Raikou around. Yeah, that extra little chip is gonna suck. Because I'm taking Rock Chip if I switch in later, and I might not get as many attacks off against the rest of his team as I would like. Oh boy. Potentially a bad overprediction there. Zeraora comes out. So I'm guessing the only thing he can knock me out with is close combat. And close combat doesn't affect Runerigus. He doesn't have any removal either. The only ice resist is going to be Jirachi. I'll go into Rune. Does he knock off? He does knock off, but he is going to take Rocky Helmet, and that's not a 2-hit KO. That's fine. So I get my Trick Room up here. And he's leftovers. He's going to recover most... Now, unless he... I don't think he would stay in. If he does stay in, that's not very attack invested, I don't think. Well, it's not... Well, no. It's still attack invested. It's still attack invested, but it's just not boosting items. So he's going to switch and bring out the Clef. Okay, let's just get my rocks up. We can scout what the Clef wants to do against us. If he goes for setup here, I think I need to go immediately into Finny. Like, cursing this thing doesn't make sense because it could be Magic Guard. So, like, I wouldn't be getting any residual damage off against him with Curse. Flamethrower, it goes... Okay. That's not very offensive either. I don't want to stay in and attack this. I have... three turns of Trick Room left. Which honestly isn't helping me that much right now. He has Flamethrower to hit Calyrex super effectively as well. You know that. Need more chip on Jirachi. Moonblast would KO me here. I'm gonna bring in Finny and go for Nature's Madness, I think. This is potentially a mistake because I'm letting this get weakened for his Veltal. This is a tough match. It's really tough. He goes for Flamethrower again, okay. He's going to see we're not leftovers again, so he's probably thinking we're the same set. I feel like Nature's Madness is pretty free here on my part. He might, well, no, I don't think he shouldn't expect defog after I just set up my own rocks. Special attack drop is unfortunate. And we missed Nature's Madness too. Shit. Info, Trick Room, one turn left. Flamethrower might knock out Genesect because we take just Nature's Madness. Yeah, I think he might Flamethrower. Yeah. He doesn't want to let my Genesect come in. And this turn I can taunt because Trick Room wears off and I'm going to be faster. So there's no reason to let him heal for free, in my opinion. And then I probably pivot out into something else. Can't use Soft Boiled. I don't see a point in staying in. Could bring in the Heligo. And potentially just go for a Hex, projecting Jirachi to come in. Is he gonna have a Psychic move on this? Is he gonna have Size Shock on the Heligo as well? I doubt it. Unfortunately, our HP status. Oh, switched. And goes into the Kangaskhan. Are you leftovers Kangaskhan? No. Okay. I don't want to stay in. I think this is a great opportunity to bring in Genesect and get massive damage off against something. I don't think you Fire Punch here. Okay, I'm letting my team get really chipped down, which is not the best. We get a attack boost, phenomenal. And he goes for Aqua Tail. Okay, this is a free Leech Life, absolutely free. Clef is weakened. Clef is weakened, so nothing wants to take this. He can switch in, if he switches in Clef to resist Leech Life, it should definitely get 2-hit KO'd. And I think this might Oko, this would Oko Kangaskhan if he stayed in as well. So it goes on to Clef. Clef is going to die to 2 hits. It should. Absolutely should. Yep, perfect. And we're going to get some nice HP back too. Oh, Rocky Helmet. Okay. He had Rocky Helmet on. He had Rocky Helmet on the Blastoise last time, and I don't think he was. No, he was Kevia Clefable last time. So I think he has to let this go down at this point. So we have a 64 lead here, but he's got a lot of chip on our team. Honestly, I think I don't know what I think I switch out if he goes Zera. He goes Jirachi. If he goes Jirachi, he basically confirms the fact he has Fire Punch. And he has to go for Fire Punch. Ric Flair's Jirachi. Okay, there's no way you don't have Fire Punch if you bring this in now. So, I want to get Raikou in. I'm going to pivot in. I know I don't have the Rocky Helmet anymore. Like, Genesect is so free to bring in against Kang. So free. Yeah, he has to go for Fire Punch. He can't risk that. So, I'll take away Serene Grace. And he would KO me with Iron Hit here, but I think I'm going to now go into Raikou, so I take less damage from Iron Head to force him to go Iron Head. And I can try to discharge him. I think I discharge. I've already revealed Scald. That would be. I don't think he switches Jirachi out at this point against Raikou. If he goes Zeraora, then I can just sack off Rune. Yeah, he does go for Iron Head. Okay, I'm gonna 73 down to 39. So that did 30. He might not. Well, he has Fire Punch, so he would kill us with Fire Punch. I'm just gonna discharge. So it doesn't really matter that we made that play, honestly. We probably could have just gone hard Raikou because we died to 2 Iron Heads anyway. We know he's not Scarfed. He could go... I could see him going Kang here, I guess. I just don't think he risks a Scald Burn on Zera. Okay, perfect. He stays in. Can we get a Para, please? Oh, so much damage. That's a crit. And we don't get Para, unfortunate. Raikou goes down. Alright. So, I think I have to go... yeah, I'll go here and click Hex. Because this thing is really annoying for my team. Jirachi, Finny should take 1 Iron Head, but I have to go for Hydro Pump against it. I have to hope that Hex is enough right here. That crit may have helped us a lot. It might have put it in range for Hex. He could pivot Kang, but I need to get this Jirachi off the field right now. This Jirachi is a threat right now to my team. And if he leaves it in and I kill it, that's perfect. Okay, he's gonna switch. And probably into the Kang. Yeah, okay. So I think I need to... Oh boy. Okay, I think I need to let... I think... Do I sack off Rune here? And then go Genesect. Yeah, I think that's what I do. Sack off Rune, go Genesect, and I can choose whether or not I want to U-turn or Leech Life. Because we know Jirachi has Fire Punch. I think I U-turn. Goes for Double Edge. Oh, he's Scrappy. Okay, so that knocks us out. So he's gonna actually take even more chip from that. And now I get to go Genesect and click U-turn. I really think U-turn should kill. If it doesn't kill, I think I go into Finny. Yeah, because I don't want to let his Jirachi come in for free. So I U-turn out into... I should U-turn out into Nihilego, I think. And I think he lets this go down. There's no way you have enough speed on this to outspeed me either. No chance. Theoretically, it's possible, but I don't think you invest your Kangaskhan that way. I don't think you run max speed. And you also don't know how much speed I have either, so... Oh, he Sucker Punches, okay. We don't die to that. You're only going to be able to come in on rocks one more time. That's funny. He takes Wandering Spirit away. Okay, so he has Sucker Punch priority on a lot. So we live Sucker Punch and we can preserve Genesect at this point for Bandit Extreme Speed. And... see, if I go Nihilego, he goes into Zeraora. And gets a kill. So maybe I go Finny here instead. Yeah, I don't want to let, I'm not bringing in Nihilego here because, I think I'd rather him, allow him to bring in, Zeraora here, and then I need to go for my, Trick Room with Calyrex. That's what I need to do here. Yeah, so I'll let him kill me. Wow, this is a really close game. Yeah. Really, really close game. I will Moonblast for guaranteed damage. If for whatever reason he bulk ups. Yeah, he does have bulk up. Okay. Do we 2-hit KO? Ooh. I don't think we do. I'm gonna go for Hydro Pump this turn in case he bulk up, that goes for another bulk up. No, he just knocks us out. Okay. Shit. Extreme Speed won't KO. He shouldn't KO Calyrex, although Calyrex is not going to get a sweep off. In fact, I think I don't go for Trick Room here. I think actually setting Trick Room here is more, it hurts me more. Let's think about this. I have like 3 minutes left. Okay, let's think about this. If I set Trick Room here, I can click an attack on the next turn and pick up a kill. But he's going to put me in range for a Veltal Sucker Punch, and then he will outspeed Nihilego. Question is, well, yeah, and he goes for probably Sucker Punches. Yeah, so I don't think Trick Room is the play here. Glacial Land should still kill. I don't need to risk high horsepower missing. We go for Glacial Lance and pray that this thing dies. He doesn't go for the knockoff. Ooh. Okay, that thing dies. He probably knew I was Cobra, which is why he didn't want to go for knockoff, but if he had Sucker Punch on Veltal, then it shouldn't have mattered much to him. So here is a Veltal. We'll find out if he's Boots. If he's Boots, I think we lose. He's not Boots. Okay, fantastic. Although he could go for Oblivion Wing here to try to regain HP. Oh my god, this is such a close game. You know what? Whatever happens here, this has been a really, really, really good game. And I'm happy with the way that it went. He goes for the Sucker Punch, and we eat our Cobra Berry. Does he kill? He does. Wow. Is that his only Dark-type move, Sucker Punch? Is he going to kill Nihilego? I need Nihilego to live this hit, otherwise I lose. And I'm going for Power Gem here. I need Power Gem to kill. Oh my gosh. Is Nihilego winning this game for me? Goes for Sucker Punch again, and... Oh! Shit. I think he's boosting item. I think he's like... He might be max attack, like... Good game, Leo. Good game. I can only imagine how different special attack boost as well. I can only imagine how different if I hadn't taken an extra round of rocks with the Nihilego. If that might have kept me out of range. He collects Sucker Punch again, yeah. Like, there was no point in me clicking the stream speed here just to stall out, just to try to stall out Sucker Punches, or because he goes into Jirachi, and I definitely do not kill Jirachi with extreme speed. Damn, that sucks, man. That's unfortunate. That was, you know what? Yveltal is a very, very good Pokemon, and unfortunately for us, it matched up very, very well against our team. It didn't matter that we didn't click Trick Room with Calyrex. He had the Sucker Punch anyway. We saw that Sucker Punch killed. I really think he was probably like Dread Plate or Black Glasses or something like that on Yveltal. Now, when did I switch in? When did I switch in Nihilego? I think I switched it in on rocks 3 times. Once on Clef. Did I bring it in on Clef? I don't know. So I would have been at like 62% with, yeah, Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch always killed me from that range. I couldn't afford to take more than 2 rounds of rocks if I wanted to live Sucker Punch from Yveltal. And I would have liked to invest more in bulk as well. I would have liked to have more more EVs in like Fizz Def to try to take the Sucker Punch better, but I couldn't afford it because Yveltal's so bulky. I needed all of the special attack investment possible to be able to knock it out with Nihilego. Yeah, so possibly not having hazard removal cost us. Although I think in the end, like, we needed the rocks chip against his Yveltal anyway. So yeah, honestly, like, the fact that we don't have great hazard removal on this team, I think was what was exploited here by Leo. I'm confident that was a sashed Nidoking lead. It threatened my team offensively super well, and he could always, like, make sure he got rocks up or just make sure that he got a KO against something. Yeah, I think that I don't think we played poorly. I have a really hard time thinking what we could have done differently. Yeah, it was just a really good game, and we got beat by a really good player who is gonna have a really good chance to win the league. And he had a really good team. He's a really good player. We had a really good season too. It's too bad. It's too bad. Like, this was we had such a good chance to win a championship here in the BBL. We really did. But I really can't be ashamed of the way that I played and how I performed throughout the season. So yeah, GG to Leo. Good luck to you in the finals. I will try my best to get up a BBL season recap video up next week. This should be going up on a Monday, and the finals should go up the following Monday. So I want to get it done before the finals video goes up. Yeah, before finals goes up. And because I don't want to put it up on the day that finals are playing, because it's much more important that you guys watch the finals match. So yeah, that's a tough way. It's a tough way for the season to end, but we'll just come back stronger next season, hopefully. So if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys enjoyed our run in the BBL this season, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel to keep up with all of our Draft League content. We're going to be having BBR playoff matches coming up soon, so hopefully we can do better in BBL and BBR playoffs. We've never won a BBR playoff game before, so hopefully this can be the first time. Yeah, we'll try to get a championship in BBR instead. It's really hard to get championships, man. It's really, really hard. So yeah. Thanks everyone for watching throughout the season and for the support, and we'll see you back for a recap video next Sunday.